Oh, it's been a while, isn't it? Hey, it's been a month. Should we have a chat then? Well, I thought I'd try you on the selfie stick, but it seems a little bit wobbly. So, give me a second. I'll put you down and we'll have a chat. There we are, look. So you're on the old Mark 1 hand because, well, I found the gimbal, but I've run out of battery for that. I'm not very well prepared, am I? See, I've had a month off. I'm not very well prepared. But yeah, how you doing? How are we all doing? Are we having a good year so far? Happy 2023, eh? Only a month late. It's what, 2nd, 3rd of February? Maybe this will go up on the 4th? I don't know. Alexa, what's the date today?
Today is Thursday the 2nd of February.
It's Thursday the 2nd of February, so this will be going up on the 3rd. Hey, cheers guys, how are we doing today, hey? So yeah, so how are you doing? How was your Christmas? How was your New Year? Did you have a good time? Ours was good, it was nice. It was nice to just switch off for a little bit, and I switched off. Right, I proper switched off over Christmas. I got sick before Christmas, and over Christmas was a struggle, and yeah, man, everything was hard work. But it's all over, it's done with, that's all in the past. So how's your week been? Have you had a good week? Mine has been, I'll be honest with you, it's been hard. I had big plans for this year, and he says it being like the 2nd of February, as though like it's September, October time. I had big plans for this year. I had lots of things I wanted to do, lots of stuff I wanted to get done, and none of it is materialised just yet. I'm going to have to put you down because my arm, I'm getting old and I'm weak. So, let's see that. Can you see this? Hey! Yeah, so, what is the deal? It's been hard, man, because I think I kind of attach so much worth to what I can achieve. When I set my goals and I don't achieve them, then that sucks, right? Because I feel like I haven't done anything. When I clearly have, because I don't doss around at work. It's not like I'm sat here doing nothing, is it? I'm always slogging, trying to. I've had a few. I've started coming into work earlier and walking to work, which is nice. That's a nice thing to do in the morning. But I don't seem to be going home any earlier. Which means I'm just working more hours now, which isn't the best. Man, I need a haircut. Can you see me? Forgive me if you see me fiddling with my hair, right? It's just, I don't like long hair and I need to get a haircut. But yeah, so what have we got planned for the year then? What are all these plans I didn't get to do that have been frustrating me? Well, if you saw the shorts I put up, or the reels, whatever, wherever you're watching this, we've got a new canoe on the way. Which is, I'm really excited about that. I've got a friend of mine who's going to be testing it for us. It's another Selway Fisher design. So it's a quality design. It's gonna be awesome. It's not going to be as nice and super shiny as the other ones that we've done, like the one we got over there. But this is sort of a little bit different. I think if you're a fisherman, you're going to quite like this one. But we'll see. Or a bushcrafter might like it too. So what else have we got doing then? Right, well, so before Christmas, I'll put you down. So before Christmas, I said I wanted to get everything done now. Have a look. Look at all the work I've got. Oh, I haven't got anything done. It's an absolute state in it. I think it's even worse now than what it was before Christmas. I mean, like, but that's okay because all the stuff that we've had outstanding is just about done and gone and sorted. So next week will be canoe. That's going to be exciting. And what we're going to be doing is I'm going to start working on the workshop. Now, the reason we haven't got it sorted is really simply because our work processes have changed again. Now, I did a set of gates for somebody the other day, and we've had a lot of good feedback on them. Gates are good money for quality gates. And the world's still in a bit of a weird place. I speak to a lot of business people. I speak to people on LinkedIn, I speak to people in person, I speak to people on here. I know a lot of business owners in the local area and everybody's struggling. And not so much just struggling, but there's a company I use for timber, right? And normally I put in an order and they'll be like, yeah, maybe next week, maybe the week after. I put in an order the other week and they were like, hey, cool, we can drop it off this afternoon. And I was like, what? said, you been busy? Nope. They didn't have not one person into the shop all day. Not one. And they're a builders merchants, like a... Oh, the fire's going. They're like a timber merchants, builders merchants. So they're always having guys in. They do fencing and... Yeah, so that was a bit of a strange one, really. So, I'm trying to deal with problems before they turn up. Anybody that's worked with us in the past will know how much I hate loose ends and know how I always try and anticipate any sort of issues that we've got coming up. So I want to be in a position, I'm sure I've said this before, I want to be in a position where I can do the work that comes in. So if somebody says, hey, could you do that? Yes, I can do that for you. And obviously, for those of you who've been watching the channel for a while, you'll know that originally I was mostly orientated towards sheet goods because that's really what I've been doing, right? For the last 8 years. So, having a little bit of a change around. And that sort of delayed all of the change around in here because I don't want to be putting tools in and building cabinets and building workbenches and everything like that, and then in like 6 weeks I've got to go get a new floor standing tool in, or I'm picking up a new panel saw, as if I would love a panel saw. Really would. There's so much work you can do with them, especially on the Dado Stack. So I got this radial arm saw here. Originally when I picked it up, I didn't realise, I thought it was the model up and it isn't, so it only cuts 2 inches, so I was a bit like, well, I can't really do much with it. But I want to be able to do a whole bunch of joinery type stuff with it. So there's a guy I watch, Dusty Lumber Company. I say that as though you guys haven't watched him. I think last month he had like 70 million views or something on his channel, so I'm sure you probably have. If you haven't, I'll go check him out. He does some really cool work, really cool shorts and stuff, and that's what I'm going to start doing a little bit more of that, a little bit more interesting stuff, because like the joinery stuff, the gates, those sorts of things, they do really well, and obviously if it goes well, I want to try and do more of it. So we're going to see if we can get a Dado Stack with that and do some other bits and pieces. Obviously I need a machine to be able to make some tenons that quicker and easier the way that I'm doing now. So a radial arm saw with a Dado Stack would be a really good option. Better than having to go out and buy a spindle moulder or a panel saw with a Dado Stack on it and a sliding table and all that rubbish. But we'll get there. So yes, so the problem being is that this here is my miter saw station and mess. If I was to, I need to find out what I'm going to do with the lathe, because this is the best place in the workshop for me to be laying timber down and cutting it for gates and beams and bits and pieces. And so this is obviously the best place really for me to, I think the radial arm saw is going to go here, which means I need to get rid of this stuff here. But obviously if I need a mortiser, this is the best place for the mortiser to go, because I've got 3.5 meters on this side of it and 3.5 meters on this side of it. So yeah, just lots to do and lots to like figure out, I think, because we might need a mortiser, we might need a spindle moulder, but if I can pick up a panel saw, then I'd maybe go with a panel saw more than I would do the spindle moulder, because we don't really need a spindle moulder, it's just for tenons, and I can get a tenoning machine, and then where's that going to go? But yeah, I mean, I think what I said before Christmas, like, this stuff is all going to scoot down. That sander here is going to come here. This is going to move down. This sander's going to move that way. This sander and that sander are going to swap positions. The old plane is just going to be free floating, because I think that's the best thing, really. Or, I mean, if instead of getting a panel saw, I get a combination machine. But has anybody got like 3 or 4 grand they can lend us? Or just pass one over? That'd be great. Everything's money, innit? Everything's money. And you saw my nail gun broke, and I tell you, if I had a tenner for every machine that broke last year, that panel saw, the combi machine, would be paid for. I guarantee it. But it's all good. It's all good. I'm not complaining. I'm thankful for what I have. Yeah. CNC needs cleaning off. All this timber, well, not all that timber, but all this is going to be gone. We've started next door, and we're getting there, and that's going to be awesome as well. So yeah, lots. Just as well, this isn't a date, innit? Because I've just spent 10 minutes talking about myself and not really bothered about you lot. I don't know. How are you all doing? Hey, have you guys got any cool projects coming up? Have you got any? Wait. Have you got any interesting things going on? You got any cool projects coming up? Have you got any plans for the year that you're really looking forward to? You got any workshop plans that you're really looking forward to? I think my workshop plans have, you know how like sometimes we think like 6 months in advance or 5 years in advance, and sometimes when life's really hard you might think to the end of the day or the end of the morning. In terms of the workshop, I'm probably thinking about in the next month. I got the canoe to build, I got the workshop to sort out. I had wanted to take a bunch of the canoes to a country show in April, but that's racing up quick, and it's another £600 for the stall, and yeah, it sucks right at the moment. Especially, I don't know you guys in the US watching this, but over here in the UK, it's we've had better times. Utilities are through the roof, fuel is through the roof. It just sucks. If you think, say for example, your bills have gone up like £300-400 at home. Ours have gone up £300-400 at home, and then they've gone up £300-400 a month here. Plus, all our materials have gone up and everything. It's just sucky. But hopefully this year will be better. It could be worse. I mean, it could get worse, so I shouldn't really complain much, but it could get better. Hopefully. But yeah, so anyway, so that's where I'm at. So that's where we're at with 2023. That's my plans for the year, are to focus on the next month and to get that out of the way, and then to see where we're at. Because I think if I can I always say to the kids, right, you don't necessarily need to excel in anything, like everything, but if you can have a solid foundation, so if you're good at this and this and this, and you can turn up on time, do all that sort of stuff, then you'll be fine. And that's kind of where I'm at with the workshop, is I need us to be on a solid footing so that when the work comes in, I can say, yeah, we can do that, and we can adapt and pivot and do what it is that we need to do, if that makes sense. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my ramble for like 12-13 minutes. I thought I'd better get one done because it had been a month. The weekend just seems to creep up on us and go. And like last weekend, I worked all day Saturday and all day Sunday. So I had a day off for like 2 or 3 weeks. But yeah, such is life, innit, eh? The joys of being self-employed. I'm not complaining. I'm feeling good. I am going to go finish my beer, sit by the fire, wait for my ride, and yeah, thank you for watching. All right. If you have any recommendations on any videos, because one of the reasons I want to sort the workshop out is so I can really start hammering out the content. I have a whole bunch of ideas, but if you do have anything, as ridiculous and as wacky that might be, you tell me. I've got I know I've been saying I want to build like a trebuchet or a ballista or something like that, which is absolutely ridiculous. Michelle's like, you're mad. I think that would be cool. I've got some restoration stuff. That radio alarm saw needs restoring. I've got a drill press next door, like an old cast iron. I think it's cast alley start right type machine that needs restoring. It's got no belt. I want to do some upgrades to the CNC, do some workshop stuff. I want to do some cool projects. I want to do some joinery work. Oh, and I've got some like project farm type testing and all that sort of stuff all up here. I've got some projects to do now that things are getting to where they need to be. Not that the place looks like it's anything that needs to be, but we're getting there. So, right, I'm going to stop rambling. You all have a great evening, all right? Enjoy your weekend, take it easy, and cheers, guys. Oh, so nice. You know what this is called? But you can't see because we're on the other one. It's called Rabbit Pants. Rabbit Pants. I'll leave you with that, all right? See ya.